guys, George here, and welcome back to another episode of Garage Edition. You didn't watch the previous vlog and the update on the big truck. I don't think it was an update. I think it was only a vlog. My starter went out. Well, I was like, dang, it just went out. Luckily my uncle came down. He's a mechanic, and he did something. He took the cover off and he jumped it like that, so I could get it home because I was in town. Well, went ahead and took the starter off. Thought it was going to be $100. That's what a brand new one is, like 40 core charge. So I was going to take my old one off anyways. So went ahead, we just took it off, and all we had to do is just clean it. We just cleaned the inside where the solenoid was. The starter sounded healthy and everything, so put it back on. It works. Saved me $100. Love it, love it. Big thanks to my uncle. So today I said that I had to get a Pitman arm, and I ordered one. Well, I did order one. It's for a 3 to 5 inch lift. That's the, because the truck has a 9 inch lift, so this is a drop down Pitman arm. Should help the steering a lot better because I think mine was wore out. I showed that in the first video of the truck that I just did a walk around. I'm hoping this fixes it. If not, the next thing I guess will be a steering box, which is like $200. This Pitman arm it goes from a stock OE Pitman arm for $15 online to $55 to a drop down. I guess you gotta have money to when you got a lifted truck, which sucks. But here's the Pitman arm, brand new. Look at that. So pretty. So let's go ahead and take this over to the truck, which is there. My mom's sitting there watching. Take it over to the truck. Take the old one off. Hopefully I have a big enough wrench. If not, I'll have to make a trip out the road to find a big enough wrench. Alright, so there's our old Pitman arm versus their new Pitman arm. Where I put it. Actually, I think it might have a little bit more of a drop. It might not. Oh yeah, you can see the difference right there. This one's a lot heavy dutier. The only thing is I don't like is there is, I don't know if it's power steering fluid or something on this. As you can see, this looks pretty beat too. Clean that up. I see right here the rubber is broke right there, so we might actually have to put a new one of those on, but not right now. I'm hoping just to get it so it can drive, because it does walk all over the road. So we'll go ahead and fill out some grease. I know it's probably come out there, but at least we'll have a little bit. But we're going to take it. I thought about it, I was like, I don't have enough, but I have a small pipe wrench that should do the job. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off, because I can't hold the camera and do that too. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off, and we'll take this one off and see what we can do there. Wrench and a big old pipe, because it was stuck on there, and we just went ahead and take it off. I put this back on. You got a lock washer that comes on, so I put it back on because we got to take, if you can see it, that off. Got to take the quarter key out and take that bolt off, and we should be able to slip both of them off, and then we can put my new one on, the new improved one. So let's go ahead and take that bolt, that nut right there off. The bolt off, as you see, it's just hand tight so it won't fall. We took it out of there, just had to tap it a little bit with the hammer, it came right off. Now in here it had a little play. In here the threads are messed up in certain spots. I don't know if you can see it, like right there, it's messed up. So I'm hoping this is the culprit of what's going on. If not, I have to replace the steering box, which I don't want to. It's like $200. Looks like it might be a job to replace, but if we have to, we have to. We've got the drop down sway bars. I like these. I'm glad they did these. But as you've seen, our other one is much heavy duty. So these have a certain spline, so they go on a certain way Now I put my wheel straight so I do know. That way if we put this on and the Pitman arm is pointing that way, then we know something's wrong. But everything's good. I'm going to take this off. And while I have everything, I'm down here. Everything on here, a lot of these things has grease fittings. Might as well go ahead and grease them. I don't know when the last time they were greased, but it won't hurt to put just a little bit more in it just to check. So that's a tip. I always do that. My other truck, anytime I get an oil change or anything, or like go off-road or anything, I always grease it right after that to make sure everything's good. So I always do that. So we're going to go ahead and take this off and put it side by side and compare them and see, you know, how my other one is to this one, and we'll do the splines and everything. So let me go ahead and take this off real quick. So we have, this was the aftermarket one. It's the Rough Country. I think it was, this one's a little bit bigger. I like the size of it. It's, you know, it's more heavy duty. I think this one's a Rough Country. I think it was for maybe a 2 to 5 inch lift, and this is a 3 to 6 inch lift, and it's forged. That's a lot better. Here looks a lot better. This in here just looks like it's ringed out a little bit, which I'm hoping it is. That way it won't be my steering box, because the splines on this are messed up, and the splines on a steering box is good. Now they're pretty, you know, in the size and stuff. This one has a thicker edge, but in the middle this one's thick, so I like this one. $50, it better be nice. The worst case scenario, the worst case of taking all this apart is getting that Pitman arm off of here. Don't do what I did, and I smacked the bolt, which messed up a thread on the side, and the nut was already off. So I'm gonna fix the thread, just grind just a tad bit, and because it goes on down all the way down here, so I don't have to worry about that. So don't do what I did. I was stupid, and I regret it after I'd done it. We have everything bolted up. It looks good. The steering is actually a lot better now. It don't have a lot of the play it had. So basically 2 bolts and you can put your Pitman arm on, a new one at least. So I just went and took the truck for a test drive after everything installed, tightened up. Well, it didn't fix it, so that's a bummer. It was like $50, but it feels like it helped it out a lot, but it still wants to walk all over the road. I know big tires, everybody's like, well, they'll walk a little bit, but this is like too much. So the next thing I'll probably end up getting is either the dual stabilizers, just to see. This stabilizer might be wore out. Try the dual stabilizers. If that don't fix it, then we'll put a new steering box on here, which both of those will cost around like $350. So we're gonna try some other stuff. So hopefully we get it fixed soon, because like I don't want to drive it till I fix it, but it is a project truck. So make sure you like and subscribe. This is George, and I'm out of here.